Are you performing at the highest levels that you're capable of? If you're a student, are you getting straight A's? Are you able to read and study and learn without getting tired, without getting mentally exhausted? Or do you experience brain fog? Do you experience the mental exhaustion? Do you experience the frustration of wanting to be able to focus, wanting to be able to read or to learn or to memorize something, but it is hard for you? It is harder than it needs to be. I used to be in your shoes. And growing up, the school system made me feel as if I was stupid. They put me in the lower reading group. We used to have these reading groups and these math groups. I don't know if they still do that. I don't think they do. Horrible for your self-esteem when you're 8 years old, 9 years old, and you're literally being told, you're a little slow. You're slow. You're not as smart as everybody else. I was very frustrated because I wanted to learn. I wanted to be a straight A student. I wanted to be at the top of the class. I wanted to be smart, one of the smart people, but it was hard. I couldn't. I didn't have the clarity of thought. Things weren't putting themselves together in the way that I wanted. I'm going to share with you what I did to overcome that and turn it around 180 that opened up the potential. People have no clue what kind of intellectual potential you have, what kinds of physical potential you have, mental and spiritual potential when you get on this particular path. What path am I talking about? The path of the mucus-free diet. The mucusless diet healing system is the key to unlock your potential, body, mind, and spirit. Now, I wasn't the only one that had amazing benefits from the mucusless diet. My good friend Brady, years ago, he got into the mucus-free diet and went from being a C student, suffering from all kinds of ailments, to becoming an A student. Now he's graduating from college. I want you to take a look at this amazing story. Check it out.
When I started doing this work, I had such a clarity of thought that I was able to go from being a C student and just jump right into being a straight A student, just from the level of clarity and the ability I had to study and retain information.
Isn't that amazing? Now, I attribute my bachelor's degree, my 2 master's degrees, and my PhD to the mucus-free diet. If it wasn't for practicing the mucusless diet healing system and getting this information when I did, I was 19 years old, and I got this information and I immediately started to apply it. Almost immediately, I noticed a shift and a change. My cognitive abilities expanded. My ability to think clearly. The brain fog subsided. It felt absolutely amazing. And I was in a really tough program. Went to the College Conservatory of Music and University of Cincinnati. And back when I was in the program, the academics were particularly hard. The College Conservatory of Music's academics were known around the world as being really, really tough. I'm saying back then just because I don't know what's going on now. I've heard that it's not as hard these days. I don't know. I'm not in there. I've just heard rumors, but I know it's super challenging to the point where when I started in the freshman class, there might have been 60 people. However, I don't know how many people were there, but by the end of the first year, about 60% of those people were gone. They had already left the program. And by the time you get past the 4 years or 5 years and you graduate, there's only a handful of people left. It's like Navy SEALs, where you look to your left, look to your right. There's probably gonna be about 10 or 12 of you that actually graduate. And that was the rigorous nature of the program. If I hadn't gotten into the mucusless diet healing system, I don't know if I would have made it through, just honestly. I don't know if I would have been able to get through that program because it was kicking my butt. It was very, very difficult. But as I got into the mucusless diet, my ability to study it got insane. My ability to operate on not a whole lot of sleep. Now, I don't promote the sleep as this touchy subject. What my biggest recommendation with sleep, honestly, is try to situate your life where you don't have to wake up via alarm, where you can naturally wake up. And I know that's hard for some people's situations, but that's if people ask me all the time, well, what do you think about sleep? For me, way more important than how long you sleep is being able to fall asleep naturally and wake up naturally. If your body wakes you up after 8 hours, then that's how long you're supposed to sleep. If it wakes you up after 4 hours, that's how long you were supposed to sleep. So But talking about sleep, my sleep improved so much. I was sleeping less, but I was able to wake up excited. I hadn't did that where I woke up and I felt so light. I was excited to go and start studying, start practicing, making music. Just so excited about life. That was a gift from the mucus-free diet. So that's a gift that I want you to experience. I want you to experience the clarity of thought. I want you to experience the physiological freedom, the joint pain going away, the headaches going away, the hip pain going away, because you've got away from the foods that are at the fundamental cause of the joint pain. That's at the fundamental cause of your headaches. That's in the fundamental cause of your indigestion and your fatigue and your bloating. That is, my friends, the mucus-free diet. It's that simple. Eat foods that were designed for the body that eliminate well. We are focused on elimination. How well do the foods eliminate that we're eating? Not all this nutritional gobbledygook and macros and get the protein and this and calories in, calories out and hormones that and this and that. How well is your food eliminating? Do you eat food that leave behind a trail of slime that worms love to get in, that all parasites and mold and all kinds of stuff can get in and have fun in your body? Or are you eating foods that cleanse? Every time you eat, you clean your body. You don't need to do a 21-day cleanse, some hack. It's not about a hack. It's not about a temporary cleanse. It's about a daily transformation, daily cleansing, daily eliminations, having immaculate bowel movements multiple times a day, every day. No constipation, no cellular constipation, no lymphatic stagnation. That is where we want to be. When you achieve that, your ability to think clearly, your ability to memorize, to learn, it's like a sponge. And I went through periods where I felt like Neo in the original Matrix movie. They plugged him in and he was able to learn all this stuff really quickly. That was my experience after I had gotten on the mucus-free path. I was able to, at one point, I was going through 10 documentaries a day is what I did. Some people would say, oh, don't do that. I was multitasking. I was able to study music and practice my trombone and my piano or whatever music I was doing, because that's muscle memory. So I'm downloading and getting this muscle memory, get all this stuff under my fingers and my hands, programming my body. But I'm constantly studying all these different kinds of documentaries on all sorts of topics, on all different philosophy and religion and science and psychology and history, all these different topics. I loved documentaries, culture, but all day that was going as I was practicing and studying, and it filled me with so much knowledge and information. I'm able to this day, a lot of people think certain things I say is impressive. I'm drawing on years of being able to do that level of study and download for 23 years. And there is an accumulative effect once you get into that. I was able to study something and learn how to do something called photo reading, which I tried to do when I was young, couldn't do it. Started practicing the mucus diet, revisited it, and all of a sudden now I can speed read, now I can photo read. So there's a whole world of things. And if anybody ever wants me to go into even deeper on my study habits, how I study, how I learn, that's some of the things we've talked about in our book club, which is people that are in the membership program have access to our book club. So I do invite you to join our membership, the Mucus-Free Life membership, if you want some help and support and a community of people that understand what you're going through as you go through this transformation. If you want to be a part of that, be a part of the revolution of the movement, it's mucus-free movement. As Brother Eric says, you can't have a movement until you have a bowel movement. There's a whole lot of constipated people out here trying to start movements and uprisings and whatever. First and foremost, let's clear out the colon. Let's feel great. Let's focus on ourselves and feel amazing in our body. How comfortable can you be in your body? Or do you wake up feeling amazing and jump out of the bed and like, woo, I'm feeling good? Or do you wake up with a runny nose, a headache, joint pain, back pain, knee is stiff, hips a little stiff, wake up tired, fatigued? We want to help you overcome these ailments. See, the mission of the membership program is to help 10,000 plus people overcome their ailments through transitioning to a mucus-free, plant-based diet. And it works over and over again. But you got to do it the right way in the right order. And it's simple, but you gotta do it the right way. And so we can help you with that, give you some accountability, give you the support that you need. Go down below, click the link, join us. Enough said. So I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about, because lots of times folks really get wrapped up in physical stuff. So-and-so ate some type of diet and they ran an ultra marathon, or they lifted a whole bunch of weight, or they became champion of some type of professional sport. People get obsessed with the physical side of this, and that's something we'll talk about that more in other videos. There's a place for that. The obsession that people have with it, I think they're thinking about it the wrong way. They're coming at it from this stimulation-based standpoint as opposed to physiological longevity, and having a base that's not based on stimulation. It's not based on, as we say, chicken power, bacon and eggs power. Once you get into the fruits and the green leafy vegetables and you're able to effortlessly exist on that, it's a game changer. It's a very different life experience. And so that is what I want you to understand and experience, that when you clear up your mind, when people take brain food and they'll hand somebody a piece of meat, that's insane. That's ridiculous. There's nothing brain about that. Brain food. You want give somebody an apple. You can give them some brain food. Give them a pineapple. Give them some blueberries. Give them some blackberries. Give them some dates. Give them a banana. If you want to give them brain food, not whatever jerky or whatever nonsense they say. Oh, the eggs, and oh, here's some egg, and here's a brain food. Get your brain food in. That's ridiculous. It's about removal of obstruction. You want to improve your cognitive abilities. You want to be able to remain clear-headed. If you're starting to get the, where did I park the car syndrome, forgetfulness syndrome, you got to be moving the lymphatic system throughout your entire body. We can't have constipation, because as soon as the lymphatic system starts to think, I can't move well, honey, where's the keys? Where did I park the car? Becomes a reality. And there is a way to avoid that. If you are dealing with that or starting to deal with that, then you need to start cleaning your diet up pronto, immediately. Start getting yourself cleaned out. Clean out your lymphatic system, get it moving. All that stuff you're gonna learn. Join the membership and you can get started immediately. We got a rapid start. All this new content, stuff that you can download, PDF format. My personal menu plan, go to the store with our shopping list, all that stuff. We've taken all the effort, all the hours of studying that you normally would need to do. We've gotten rid of that to make it as easy as possible for you to get started today. Not tomorrow, you can get it started today. All you need to do, go down below, click the link, join us, elevate your consciousness, enhance your cognitive ability. It is amazing. You get off of the drugs. You have no clue if you're eating meat, if you're eating dairy, you're eating fish, you're eating you have no idea how that is a drug. It's a poison that stimulates you and ultimately causes a number of different health issues. Cancer it's not popping up on its own. What are those people eating? We have to do better. This is the way. Click down below. Join us at the Mucus-free Life membership. Join the movement to be some of the smartest, some of the most intelligent, some of the most cognitively advanced people on the planet. You do that through fruits and green leafy vegetables. Click the link. Join us. I'll see you at the Q&A session. And before you go, what I want you to do is check right here. Here is a video made specifically for you. I want you to click right here, and I will see you over there. Peace, love, and breath.